matter how much your spouse loves you, if you are not delivering value, one day she will lose respect for you, or he will lose respect for you. So I needed to provide. So I remember trekking almost the whole part of Lagos, Okbebi, Ikeja, submitting proposals, left, right, and center. I would walk from the beginning of Okbebi, and I was going from one office to the other. And there's this particular store that I went to. It was demarcated by a transparent glass door. And I knocked. And over there, they could not hear me. I said, please, can you allow me enter? So what is it? What is it? My friend, get out from that place. I said, please. I said, get out from that place. And I left. And the sales girls started laughing at me. It was a mess. I remember going to church and crying, saying, God, please help me. My mom will pray and my mom will cry. And if you're a Catholic here, if your mom or any of your parents takes your name to blessed sacraments to pray, you understand where I'm going with this, right? If your mom or any of your parents if that's gotten to the point where they have to take your name to blessed sacraments with your picture, just know that your case is serious. And my mom took me to one prayer ground, one crusade that they held. And they were praying. I was in the audience. And the pastor was kabashing, was prophesying. And then he said, from nowhere, there is a young man here. There is a young man here. You are so intelligent. You have tried so many things, but it's not working. You have tried so. My mom came out and screamed, he's my son! He's my son! And she came and dragged me where I was and dragged me out in the presence of Igwe Madu. And she was crying, yes, it's him. This is so far. Lord Almighty. And what's my own? I came out, yes, it's me. I've tried. Please help me. Lord Almighty. It was that bad. It was so bad that I became so aggressive. Any little thing, nyam. There's a way a man gets frustrated. Little things offend him. It is your inside that is brewing. Because there are certain ideation that can never happen in certain location. You must move away from a spot for certain ideation to happen. So I knew I had to leave my parents' house. Because you want to ideate. You want to ideate to catch the rema for the next level. Around 11 p.m. Around 12 p.m. And the next thing you are writing. The next thing your dad wakes up. Hey, who on that light there? My friend, on that light, man, I want to sleep, I beg. The inspiration has been cut short. So I knew I needed to leave. Remember, I was still looking for a break. And then this particular day, I saw a flyer of a women conference. Women conference. My brother, anyway now way. I wore suit and went. And it was happening at TerraCulture. I just wore, I still have the picture. If you see the coat that I wore that day, and I went and I sat in an audience like this, and they were having a panel session. And while they were having that panel session, one particular woman session so resonated with me. And when she was done, I approached her and I said, Ma, good afternoon, my name is Chinonso Ogbogu. I said, so what do you do? I said, I train staff of organization. She said, I train them to be productive, to make a difference, to add value to the organization, to take it to the next level. Interestingly, Holy Spirit spoke to the woman, give this guy a chance. She said, okay, you know what? Come see me at our head office. And that person was the co-founder and COO of So Fresh. So she invited me to their head office at Okbebi. And I met the husband, the CEO. And they said, oh, really? And then there were just 2 outlets. So you can train my staff. I said, yes. So what kind of training do you have? Organize sales, customer service, productivity, vision, I said, okay. Cut a long story short, right there, they signed me on a 1-year deal to train their entire employees. And I will never forget the amount they paid me. 1.2 million. The day the alert came to my phone, I lost my senses. I was like, you know, let's be honest right now. Mr. Chinonso is inspiring, right? But there's an alert that will hit your phone right now. Anything I'm saying does not make sense to you. Oh God, better close the show. All this motivational talk you are talking. Use that guy. We'll go see later now. Oh yeah, now we'll see you don't move. That's the kind of feeling I had. And then the engagement, I needed to travel from Lagos to Abuja to handle the 2 locations. And I did it without any support staff, alone. I was training for 7 days, back to back. I was hungry. And then that money they paid me, remember I said there's certain ideation that cannot happen in certain location. Even though I needed the money to take care of my daily bread, I took bulk of that money and rented a 2-bedroom flat. My elder sister said, are you crazy? At least start from 1 room first. I said, no, you don't understand. I need to leave this space and see empty rooms for certain ideas to drop. So I left, rented the 2-bedroom. I didn't have any other money except change that I now used. Let me link up the story now. To buy 3 chairs, 2 tables, a window blind for one of the rooms where Sabi Writers was started. It was in that room that the idea of Sabi Writers was birthed. How? There was this lady, a single mom, that I was a friend to on Facebook. And one day we were gisting and she said, you know what? So I want to write my book. I want to tell my story on how my divorce panned out and how I've been able to take care of my 2 children as a single mom. I said, okay, well, since you are busy, let me serve as your accountability partner. I will hold you accountable to make this work. She said, oh, great. We started. But after 1 week, she would tell me, so you don't understand. I need to take my children to school. And every week, she was giving me one excuse or the other. And I said, you know what? Let me do this for you. Say, really, you can do it? I said, yes. And then I started. And then that was when it struck me like lightning. There could be a lot of people who want to tell their stories, but they don't have the time. But I was not going to do it like every other person. Remember, I had an experience running a company. I wanted to do it such that it could be a company that can stand side by side with oil companies, real estate companies, and any company around the world with sound corporate governance. And that was how we started from my bedroom. From my bedroom, we grew to my sitting room. The day we moved from my bedroom to my sitting room, I did commissioning. I did unveiling. We used ribbon to cut the dot to my sitting room. And I did series on social media. And then we're playing music. The video is still on social media. If you follow me, you probably find it somehow. And that day, we just moved in. And I was celebrating. We had cake, had drinks. And then I would just be videoing the place with song. The moment the thing is getting to the toilet, I would do it like this. Unveiling our new HQ. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on a journey to greatness, the way you describe small things matter. They ask you what you do. You say, I'm managing one company like that. I'm just managing it, waiting for my Canadian visa. You want to grow a company you are just managing. What do you do in an organization? I'm the head of admin, Jare. I just did here. No, don't make that mistake. Describe your coat as that of many colors. And then we moved to my sitting room and we started growing. If you called me while I was in my sitting room, I will tell you I was in the office. If you called me while I was in the bedroom, I will tell you I was at home. If you called me while I was in the passageway, I will tell you I was going to the office or I was going home. Yes or yes? Was I lying? So what are you saying? Many young people don't understand the power of description. You are not lying, but you are not being cheap either. I remember this young lady that wanted to work with us. We did everything, did the onboarding virtually, and she was moved from Anambra to Lagos to come work with us. And she was so excited. That particular day, I left the office and I went to Ireland to do some, seeking clients. And by the time I got back, my COO, who happens to be my co-founder and friend for close to 20 years, said, hey, no, so something happened. I said, what is it? He said, that girl came and she came with her uncle. And the man walked into the place and the man was like, what do you people do here? I said, we are a writing company. This place. I said, yeah. Are you sure? I said, yes. I said, okay, no problem. That was the last that we heard from that lady. Because the place was a mess. Today, we operate from 3 facilities in Lagos. We have over 60 persons that we pay every month. We have acquired the landed property to build a new facility that will seat over 300 persons. Some of the big names that you know of, they are our clients. We have one of the most intimidating clientele in the industry. And we run one of the most sophisticated writing organizations anywhere in Africa. Why? Number 1, God never gave up on us. Number 2, we did not give up on ourselves. Number 3, we have a team of dogged, hungry, determined young people showing up every day. Some of them are here to make a difference. And what am I doing? Writing. 2 of my employees just came back from Kano, all expense paid. They flew them to Kano, lodged them in a good hotel, and what are they doing? They are coming there to just writing. You don't have to be like me, but pick what you need to pick from the story to customize it to your own reality and context. Again, you don't have time. How many minutes do I have left? How many minutes? You don't have time. I'm in a hurry to make a difference. My people are here. They will tell you, working with Mr. Chinonso, I will frustrate you until you become great. Because anything you tell me that you do, you must do it now. You're not doing it tomorrow. I have a deep sense of urgency to make a difference. You don't have time. My brother went that way and that was it. Yes, my mom cried, we cried, but at the end of the day, what happened? Everybody moved on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make a difference, conclude with this thinking. Think about your mortality. You will die one day. Everybody here will die, including me. The clock is ticking. Whatever you need to do to make a difference for yourself and your family and those around you, your time starts now. God bless you all.